Alright, so look, before you consume this whole entire video, I want to set up the frame right again. I made this video for a client who kind of needed help with launching his offer, so it's probably going to be super fucking relatable for you. Because again, I always like taking all of the stuff out and see what's already working and just put it out there. So hey, this is basically a sales asset for me. So the more I give you, the more likely you're going to purchase my offer. Which again, I don't have anything to sell you, but hopefully you just don't watch this video, but also implement it. Because again, like I've always say, like you could watch endless amount of content, but if you never implement all of the information, of course, you're never going to move that needle in your business. But more of the story, enough yapping, and let's just get straight to the video. All right, Mr. Rose, so here's how we're going to launch. Look, our main goal is to launch in the next 7 days and to sell 3 to 7 spots. Maybe we're going to sell more than 7, but our main goal is not to like just to make the most money out of this. Our main goal is just to sell 3 to 7 spots. Like that's our main goal, especially if you said like this is your first time launching, right? Since you don't have systems in place yet, our main goal is not to like make the most amount of money with our this first launch. Our main goal is just to sell 3 to 7 spots, like just to test out on what's working and what's not. And I'll say over time we can systemize that and we can scale easier. We can also bring more people in, so once we scale, it's not gonna be a pain in the ass. But anyways, let's get straight to the work. But for today, here's what I want you to lock in with. I want you to create an offer name, which I'm not sure what your offer really is about, but you can just put like all the lean hustler systems, whatever, right? And who, and also I want you to know who is it for. Maybe busy guys working 9 to 5 who want to drop 15 to 20 pounds without sacrificing their career more. For example, like you said, that you're working a 9 to 5, right? So we could kind of like test that out too. Like we could target people who are working 9 to 5 and want to like get in shape without sacrificing a lot of things. And also, what's the outcome? Like, what's the outcome they're going to get out of this? For example, let's just say they want to lose 15 to 90 pounds in the next 7 days without like tracking macros or training 6 times a week. Because if we're being honest, if they're working on a 9 to 5, they don't have the time to work out 7 times a week, right? Like they don't have the time to spend like 2 hours in the gym. So that's the things that we kind of like want to pivot from. And also, we also need proof. And that proof could be somebody who you've kind of helped in the past, or maybe it could be yourself, like a personal story, as you can see right here. And I'll say, for us to get like the most out of our launch strategy, we need to set up a mini script for our DMs. For example, if we ask people to DM us a keyword, we already have like I'll say a script in place to like already kind of systemize the process. For example, somebody DMs you, like you tell them all of the informations, basically just like a setter script. And I'll say, if you don't have all of this set up yet, which is it's completely fine, we could use this offer structure, which I help busy people drop 15 pounds in the next 3 weeks without sacrificing their family's dinner. For example, right? Using a proven hybrid method of one-on-one access and OBS training. Like you can say that, right? And the offer, which this is pretty basic. Like you want them to get access to you one-on-one, even like DM, voice support, and simple check-ins and action plans and accountabilities, right? Because this is one of the most important things right here, accountability. Because people already have all of the info they need to get in shape, but yeah, they still slack on being accountable. So it's the thing that we kind of need to get them on. And also maybe like you can offer them a group call or maybe just a one-on-one support call, weekly check-ins and like that, right? And no, we don't need to have a course yet. Like we build that on based what we kind of see they need on, right? For example, if they need help with accountability or they need help with their macros, like that's where we kind of build systems around it. So once we officially launch, we already know like on what we need to pivot on, which I'll say this is the most important thing, unless you want to like just guess what they struggle with, and on launch day is gonna be a horrible day, which hopefully doesn't happen to us, right? But here's the 7-day launch. Like I'll say I'm not sure on what day you really want to launch. Let's just say on Sunday, right? I mean Monday next week, or maybe even on a weekend we can do that, right? But on the first day, I want you to announce it. Like you want to post, oh, I have a special announcement to coming soon, right? On your stories, like you can post this on your story. I have a special announcement coming soon. You can say, I've been building something quiet for the past few weeks for you guys who've been asking me how I got in shape or maybe stay lean, like blah blah blah, right? And I'm finally launching a private system to help XYZ achieve XYZ without common main point. For example, you could say, I have a special announcement coming soon. Like I've been building something quietly for the past weeks for you guys who've been asking me how I got shredded while still working a 9 to 5. You could say that, right? And I'm finally launching a private system to help busy people achieve XYZ results without common main points. But I'm launching it only to the first 7 people. Like no course, just direct one-on-one help, and we're keeping it simple. And I'll say, like, you could post this on your first slide stories. Like you can post like, oh, I have a special announcement coming soon, right? Like you could say, but building out something quietly for you guys for the past few weeks, for the guys who've been asking me how I got in shape was to working a 9 to 5, right? And I'm finally launching a private system to help busy people who work a 9 to 5 lose out 10 to 20 pounds without working out 2 hours a day in the gym. Like you can say that, but I'm only launching it to the first 7 people. No course, no BS, just one-on-one direct help, and we're keeping it simple, right? And I'll say on your reel, for you to like build the most amount of demand to it, you could repost one of your most like relatable or viral fitness reels, but you need to change the ending. Like instead of the ending, you must have a CTA that been like you could say, if you've been messing with my content, I've got something big dropping this week, and DM me early bird and I'll send you the info. I mean, you don't have to use early bird, you can just put whatever keyword they want, right? DM me keyword if you want access. But the main goal of this reel is just to repost like your most relatable or your most viral fitness reel, but like just change the ending. Like you must have a CTA. Like you can say like, oh, if you've been messing with my content, blah, 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 I've got something big dropping this week, and DM me the keyword and I'll send you more info. You can tell them, right? And on day 2, which probably gonna be on Tuesday, let's just say you launched on Monday, right? On Tuesday, you want to build FOMO around it, like show demand, like people, show like all of the people who are like kind of replying to you, all of the DMs that you're getting, the post replies, even if it's just a few. Like you still want to build up that FOMO, which I'm not pretty sure if you know what FOMO really means, but it means urgency. Like show people the people are actually wanting your offer. That's what you want to show over here. And on your story, you could say, been getting a bunch of early birds DMs trying to get back to everyone today. And if you haven't, shoot me a message. I'll prioritize you before I close this off. Or you could say like, been getting a tons of DMs from you guys asking how I cut down while working a 9 to 5, so I built something around it. And if you haven't yet, shoot me a message and I'll prioritize you before I close this off. You could say that, right? And in your next reel, you want to post a short teaching or just mind shifting reel. For example, I'll say you could post this thing right here. As the, you don't need another free course or another diet to get the results that you really want. You need a system and someone to actually watch your move. That's what this is. Like you want to like just shift their mindset. Like they don't need another diet or they don't need to change their workout, like anything like that. They just need a system and someone to actually keep them accountable for them to actually achieve their results. And you can say that's what this is. This week I'm launching something for you guys who are tired of tracking everything and not getting the results. DM me early bird if you want early access to it, right? So our main goal with day 2 is just to get like, I'll say just to build FOMO and like show demands that people are actually wanting our offer, and also just to try to get the most amount of people into our DMs so we can potentially close them. And on day 3 is where you show your proof on your story. Like for example, you've said that you really haven't helped somebody in the past, so I don't think you have a past client results, but if you don't, it's completely fine. We can share our own story. For an example, let's just say you used to be underweight and you finally gained the amount of pounds that you want while still working on a 9 to 5, right? So this is what basically you want to make about. It's just a personal story. Like you want to show the results that you got, the struggles that you went through, the lessons that you learned, and how you overcame them. Like this is where you post all of this. Like it's just social proof and your own story. You can share your own personal story, how you overcome all of that. Just say you used to be overweight again, how you were finally able to lose the X amount of weight without sacrificing a lot of stuff while still working on 9 to 5. If we're targeting busy people, but if we're not, then you can say whatever, right? And then you can say 5 out of 7 early birds spots are gone, and my DMs are still open if you want access to this before the spots are finally gone. Again, you want to build urgency around this. Like for example, if we don't build urgency around this, we're just going to say, just DM me the X amount of words before spots are gone. People are not just going to DM you. So you want to put a number right here. Like, let's just say 5 out of 7 spots are gone. But my DMs are still open if you want to like really get access to it before the spots are really gone. So again, you want to build urgency with your message and also show proof in your own personal story, so you can kind of like build that connection with them while still building urgency, which I'll say is one of the most important things right here. Especially if we're launching, we need to build urgency and FOMO at all time cost. But on your reel, you can just keep it regular, post a high value fitness tip, and you don't want to pitch anything to them today. If we're saying we're on day 3, right? But now, let's just say on Thursday, it's day 4, we want to hype it up. Like we could go in your story and we could say like, big day tomorrow. I'm finally launching what I've been building behind the scenes. And if you've been thinking about getting in the best shape in a few months, don't miss this. Again, I'll say just to like really don't keep day 7 pretty fucking dead. We need to build urgency around it and also like build FOMO, which is just hype up in the public launch, which is just like you can say tomorrow is a big day. I'm finally launching what I've been building for the past few months behind the scenes. And if you've been thinking about getting in the best shape of your life in the next few months, you don't want to miss this out. Like you want to say that, right? And also your reel, you can just post a regular reel, like no CTA needed. Just keep it value driven. Like you can share a tip that you know is going to help them. For example, what I'm doing to you right now, I'm telling you something that's really going to help you. And if I ever like want to pitch you an offer, you're way more likely going to buy it. Which I don't have an offer. I offer partnerships. I don't offer offers because I feel like for me, I have a small audience, so it's not really fucking helpful for me to like just sell an offer, which is why I like partnering up with people a lot more. But anyways, let's get back to this. I'm not going to make this about me. But on day 5, let's just say it's Friday, right? This is where you officially launch. You can say, you can go your story and you can say, if you've been lurking for the past few days and waiting for the right time, this is it. It's officially live, launching your program name to help busy people drop 20 to 10 pounds in the next 90 to 120 days without working out 2 hours a day in the gym. Like this is what you kind of want to put in your story. And I can share this for you so you can kind of like go through it, and we can also like go more in depth on like what you kind of need to post on your story and everything. And you could say you get one-on-one help. I'll walk you through the goal and we build the back end together. Only 7 spots available. DM me launch for details. Once this 7 spots are in, this offer disappears for a while focus on delivery. Again, you want to build urgency and FOMO. Like once the 7 spots are gone, you're going to shut this down. Like you're going to focus on getting them the results that we want, right? So again, our launch day, we're just going to announce that we're officially launching, but on your story, not on your reels or anything like that. You want to post this on your stories, because I'll say you can sell the most on your stories. Like even in the future, you're gonna notice this. Most of your sales are going to come from your stories. So we need to dial in on our stories. You could say if you've been lurking for the past, it's H life launching program X to X help YZ to drop X amount of weight in X amount of dates without big objection, which is probably working out 2 hours a day in the gym, which they probably don't have time for that. If we're saying you're targeting busy people, right? But if you're not, then you could put some other objection that you kind of know that they're going through, and you want to tell them what they're going to get, which is they're going to get one-on-one help, and you also walk them through their goal, and also you want to build urgency, which there's only 7 spots available, and they need to DM you the word launch for more details. And once those 7 spots are gone, like your offer, you'll shut it down. Like it will disappear while you focus on delivery, which this you're going to want to tell them this. You can post this in your story. If you've been lurking me for the past few days and waiting for the right time, this is it. It's live launching your program name to help Ideal drop a specific amount of weight and amount of days without sacrificing a lot. You get one-on-one help. I'll walk you through that goal, and there's only 7 spots available. DM me launch for more details. And once this 7 spots are in, the offer disappears for a while focus on delivery. Again, and then your reel, you could take your I'll say your second most or your third most view reel. Just repurpose it. But I want you to add this at the end. Like you could say, it's officially, I'm opening my private coaching program to only 7 people. DM me launch if you're ready to get lean without tracking macros or training 6 times a week. You can say that, right? And after we we're done with Friday, which you're probably going to get a fuck ton of people right here. On 6th day, you just want to follow up and answer a few of the objections. Maybe a few of them are going to think like this is still a course, right? And you can say like, nope, this is not a course. I'm helping you one-on-one. And a few of them are going to think like, oh, do I need experience to this? You can say like, no, it's just pure commitment. Or can I start next week? You say, you start as soon as we talk. So again, if people want to move like with speed, you're going to solve this for them. Like basically on day 6, all we need to do is just like answer objections, put on your stories. So maybe if people have doubts that this is just going to be another course and it's going to be a course with modules and full plans and no accountability, you can say like, oh, nope, I'm helping you one-on-one. And a few of them are going to think like, oh, maybe I need more experience, blah, 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 right? This is where you're going to solve their objection. Like, do I need experience? Nope, just pure commitment. And we're going to get all of these objections in our DMs. So that's why we're kind of like building out systems already. And we're already kind of like pivoting from what they kind of need help with. And this is where we're going publicly, and we're answering all of those objections that we get in the DMs. Like if this is a course, do I need experience? Can I start next week? You could just do all of this. Like I'll say our main goal with this again is not to get like the most amount of money with this. It's just to like get feedbacks and also know what they kind of struggle with and know a few of their objections. So we can kind of like build systems around it. So once we like officially fucking launch your offer, we're going to get the most out of it. And this is on the last day, like this on day Sunday, like last call. You could build the most amount of urgency with this, because again, this is the last call, last day. Like you could say, closing this group tonight, 7 people max, but due to a lot of you want access to it, I moved it up to 10. You could say that, but if we're not getting a lot of people, we can just keep it at 7. But if we are, then we can say, oh, we had to move it to 10. And once I onboard them, I'm shutting this down to focus on results and scaling. Next time this opens, price will go up and structure will change. So if you've been watching me all week, this is your last shot. Like again, our main goal with day 7 is just to build the most amount of urgency with it. Like this is your last time getting, this is your last chance getting in shape. This is what you want to post on your story, like closing this test group tonight, blah, blah, blah. But basically on day 7, you just want to build like an insane amount of urgency. And on day 6 is just to answer objections that you get in your DMs, but public. So maybe a few of them have doubts. There's no reason why they still haven't DM'd you that keyword. But once you answer all of this, they're finally going to DM you, right? And if they don't DM you there, maybe on day 7 they will, because they're going to know, oh, like this, oh shit, this is the last sign that I'm actually getting help, right? So this is what you do in 7. Like, you just build an insane amount of urgency and scarcity. But again, like I've said in the beginning, our main goal is not to like sell the most out of it. It's just to like sell 3 to 7 spots in 7 days, and also just to like know what they kind of struggle with. So once we officially launch on, I'll say in the second launch, hey, we can like add on more people, since we already know what they kind of struggle with, and we kind of already know all of the process, especially you said that you're kind of new to this. But more of the story, I could go over this real quick. Look, 7-day launch time, right? On day 1, you just announce it and collect interest. Like on your story, you can post special announcement coming soon, maybe that. And on the second day, is you just want to build FOMO around it. Like you actually show people that a lot of people are actually DMing you, even if it's just a few, right? Like you just want to build up FOMO and urgency, which is pretty simple to do there. And on day 3, it's just to show social proof in your story. Like maybe a few of them are still not like, oh, this guy's just selling me some kind of offer, right? So you want to share your own personal story or a past client, so you can kind of like relate to them and also build a connection with them. And on day 3 is you want to hype it up before the public launch. Like for example, you could say, tomorrow I'm finally announcing XYZ that I've been working on for the past few months, right? And if you've been thinking about getting in the best shape in the next few months, you don't want to miss this out. And again, on your reel, you just want to post another regular reel with no CTA, but keep it value driven. And on day 5, this is where we kind of like launch. So you could say, if you've been lurking for the past few days and waiting for the right time, this is it. It's live launching. Let's just say the BrainX protocol to help busy people drop 20 to 15 pounds in the next 30 to 60 days without working out 2 hours a day in the gym. Like again, if we were helping busy people that have all of the time for that, especially like me, I don't have time to work out 2 hours a day in the gym, right? Like I have a fuck ton of stuff to do. So this is probably one of my biggest objections that I have, that I need to work out 2 times a week, which I mean two times a day, which I don't have time to do all of that, right? And then you can tell them, like, if you want my one-on-one help, I'll walk you through the goal, and also we'll build the back end together. And there's only 5 spots left. DM me launch for more details. And once out of the 7 spots are gone, this offer will disappear for a while focused on delivery. Like, you can tell them that, right? Like, once out of the 7 spots are like fully gone, you're going to shut this down while you focus on delivery. And the next time that you're going to launch again, of course, your price will increase, and also like the demand will increase too. But on day 6, again, this is where we kind of like answer objections publicly. For example, we said if we have one person who's been watching us for the past 4 days, but they still haven't DM'd us, maybe they got a few objections going on in their head, right? So this is where we answer it on day 6. Like, you just want to answer all of the objections that you're getting in your DMs, but publicly. Like, if this is a course, nope, it's a one-on-one. I'm guiding you one-on-one. Don't need experience to start, nope. It's just pure commitment. And can I start next week? No, you start like as soon as we start talking, so I can get you on board and get you started as soon as possible, right? So again, on this day 6, it's just to follow up all of the objections. Maybe somebody that been watching you for the past 5 days, but yet they still haven't DM'd you because they have some objections going on through their head. This is where you answer it, and maybe they can finally DM you. And if they don't hear, this is where they're most likely going to DM you. Like, on day 7, we just need to build like an insane amount of urgency and FOMO. Like, you can say like, oh, closing this test group out tonight, 7 people max. You don't need to say all of this. You can just say like 7 people max. Once I onboard them, I'm shutting it down to focus on results and scaling. Next time when I open this up, prices will go up and structure will change. So if you've been watching me all week, this is your last chance to actually work with me. You can say this on your last day. But more of the story, if you've noticed what I've repeated for the past 20 minutes, is that you just need to build an insane amount of urgency and FOMO, especially if it's like a launch day. Again, the goal with this is just to build up hype, create urgency, and also we want to get paid before like we finish building out our entire offer. Because again, like I've told you, we could work on an offer for 2 months, but if we've never tested out with somebody, like maybe with a real prospect, we're never going to know what they struggle with. So again, we just need to get, we need to get experience as soon as possible while still getting paid for it. So again, like the whole entire goal with this is just to build up an insane amount of urgency and FOMO. And hopefully this is going to help you launch next week. If you've been busy, like this whole entire week, we can really focus on just building out your story sequences. So Monday, we can just like go all in. But more of the story, guys, I had to cut that video there because I like I've said in the beginning, like I've made this video for a client so I can share our whole entire process. But if you need help with implementing all of this, and maybe you need help launching your offer, you can DM me on IG. You can just DM me BrainX or just X, whatever keyword that you really want, right? But you just tell me that you came from this video and you need help with launching it, and also that you need help with one-on-one. And again, with that being said, hopefully you implement all of this, because like I've always said in my videos, like you can watch endless amount of content, but if you never ever implement them, of course you're never going to move that needle in your business. And it's probably one of the most important things. But more of the story, thanks for watching, and hopefully this was helpful for you.